Mckie here shortly. We'll start with questions for the student athletes. Please raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. Actually, stand by. All right, we are joined then by Coach Aaron Mckie. We'll take, Coach will start with an opening statement then if we would, then go to questions. Excuse me, Coach. The floor is yours, Coach. If we just give an opening statement, your thoughts on the game.
Oh,
then we'll take
we can
questions.
get right to the line of
Okay.
questions.
We'll go right to questions. Appreciate it. We'll start with Sean, please, in front, over here. Wait for the microphone, Sean.
Aaron, sort of, what did you think of the shot selection and the way the offense was running after those first 5 minutes?
I don't know, everybody tried to win it on their own. A little too much one-on-one, and we didn't get the ball moving the way that I wanted it to move. I thought for the last couple of weeks, we've been doing a really good job of moving the ball, moving bodies, screening, and all of those things. And we made some shots early. We got comfortable, and we got away from it.
Now, about Jhalil, did you feel that way as that first half was starting to progress? And what did you guys try to your coaches were telling you that the timeouts? What did you guys try to change and then not get done?
Yeah, I feel like we went away from the game plan a little bit. The ball started to stick, and it showed.
Hey Coach, Dan Skilling's had a career high back at Cincinnati versus you guys earlier in the season. Tonight he finishes with a new career high, 20 points. What does he do so dynamically that makes it hard to defend a guy like Dan?
He got himself going. He was crashing the offensive glass, doing a lot of the little things, and putbacks, getting layups and putbacks. And when you can get those early in the game, or those are your first couple of shots, the basket starts to get big and you get excited. I thought we did a pretty good job against those guys early on defensively. He came in and got an offensive rebound and a putback, and it gave them some life because they really couldn't, score the ball. And he just, did a lot of the little things for those guys early on, and it just carried over throughout the game.
Hey Coach, so points in the paint were definitely an issue today. They doubled your total, it was 40-20. What could have you done better to maybe work around that and maybe work more points in the paint for you guys and limit Cincinnati's in there?
Yeah, I think a lot of them, especially early on, came from offensive rebounding. We didn't do a good job of, once again, the little things of getting bodies on people and boxing them out. We didn't do a good enough job of sitting down and keeping guys in front of us. So there's a number of things that you can point to when you start to talk about points in the paint. For me, a lot of it starts with being able to keep a guy in front and finishing your defensive possession off with a rebound.
Aaron, I know, Dan, he's a Roman guy, he was on you guys' radar. Is that one of those things when he has a game today, you're like, wish I would have got that kid, or is it just as part of the job, you miss out on guys every year type thing?
He's a basketball player. He made some shots, made some plays, and it worked out. So I don't look at it as a lot of kids that you can look at and say, I wish I would have had him. I don't think like that. I move on. I turn the page and move on and focus on the guys that we have here.
And then, looking at the season as a whole, what were the positive takeaways and the negative takeaways that, you had into the summer?
Positive takeaways, I think just watching these young guys get a chance to grow. I mean, they play a full season, significant minutes. It's a lot to ask of them. And, Zach, Jahir, Hasir, all of those guys are young guys, and they just, continue to gain experience. In terms of the negative is, I want to continue to play. I want to play in March, and all of those different things. We had every opportunity during the course of the year to do so, and we didn't take advantage of it. And I've been saying this to the guys throughout the season. Don't squander opportunities, and it's just not with basketball, it's with life. We had another opportunity today to extend the season, and we didn't do so.
Hey Coach, Victor Larkin just played in just 20 minutes or so the last time you guys faced a couple weeks ago. What made him so dynamic tonight? He tied the AAC conference record with 7 blocks. Was there something he was able to do tonight that made it so tough and difficult for you guys to get going?
I would just say it's, just a part of the game. I mean, he's a big guy, he's long, skilled, can score inside, and it looked to me like they wanted to try to go inside to him a little bit more today. He had some advantages down there. We got caught, some of our smaller guys on him, and he took advantage of that. So he's a good player. He can do some things around the basket, and he helps those guys go.
Back to Sean.
Zach, kind of what was lacking to start at the second half? It was still a 10-point game. You guys didn't score then for a while to start the second half.
Like what Josh said earlier, I think the ball was sticking. We wasn't doing what we did come out to start the game, which was moving. And we got to help each other out on the ball because people on the other side were not moving around. And we got to start doing stuff like that to help the ball handler out.
Aaron, I would ask you a little bit more generally. As the portal comes in, and since that time, I think with the exception of core, you brought in transfers who are young guys to develop versus so many teams right in this league and everywhere pulling in 5th and 6th year guys. Was that by design, and what's the right? How do you work that going?
It was. I think you get caught with just trying to get guys in and develop them and have them get accustomed to your culture. But since I've been head coach, the college landscape is changing every year. You obviously want to get older and stay older, and and in some ways you want to build from the ground up and have guys in your program and build it out with them so they take ownership in that. And so, it's you constantly evaluating and reevaluating and just trying to figure out what makes the most sense. I mean, some teams or some programs can have some success when they go out and grab a few guys that can help them right away, and some teams don't. So I guess it's like shooting dice or just having luck on your side in order for that to work out for you.
Okay, we do have one on the Zoom from David Melander, please. David, please unmute and ask your question.
Hey, Coach, quick question for you is, what went wrong in the second half? You guys had some quality shot attempts, but what was going on in the second half? Some of your shots weren't falling.
We just didn't make shots. And we started to hang our heads. I mean, a huge part of basketball is putting the ball in the hole. And we wasn't making shots, and looked like we started to get a step slower. And we just kept telling the guys, just hang in there. Let's ride our defense. Let's try to get stops. But we wasn't making shots. We wasn't getting stops. And that could be a recipe for disaster, especially for a young team. So we fought. We just dug a hole that was too deep for ourselves.
Final one for me would be are you concerned about your future as head coach at Temple?
No, I don't work off of that. Coach, and I try to grow these kids. It's part of the game. One of my coaches would say to me all the time about, coaches, you get hired and, at some point you're gonna get fired or whatever the case may be, but I don't lose sleep over that. I want to continue to grow these kids and help this program as best as I can.
Temple, thank you.
Mm-hmm.